What is up, ladies and genitals? 4eyes in here, coming at ya, coming through, and today we are going over the best guns after the MP5, M16, AUG, FAMAS, NERFs, as well as some guns that got buffed in the latest patch. So I am going to do this in top 5 fashion, and this list is subjective, but this is my opinion on the best guns in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War as of right now, which is November 21st. I am not going to go into too much detail of weapon stats since you can see them for yourselves in the Cold War inspection menu. Most of the guns are interchangeable on this list, so just because certain guns are ranked higher doesn't mean the guns ranked below can't beat or compete with them. That's what I like in Black Ops Cold War, that all the guns are usable. Starting off at number 5, we have the XM4 and Bullfrog SMG. The XM4 is just another name for the M4A1. It is just an iconic gun that seems to make it into every Call of Duty game and other popular FPS titles. It has the second fastest fire rate in the assault rifle class at 722 rounds per minute, just behind the FAMAS or FFAR1. The gun is just a overall great weapon, and it excels at that close to medium range compared to most of the assault rifles. It will not beat a SMG up close unless you're going against complete potatoes. I would have ranked it higher, but the XM4 has a weird recoil pattern which you can improve by adding attachments, but it also lacks the damage. That's why it has a higher fire rate than most of the assault rifles. Now for the Bullfrog, you could actually rank this gun really high on the list. I haven't really messed around with it too much, but on paper, it's a really solid gun. Also, another reason why I ranked it at 5 is, come on Call of Duty, why are we calling this gun the PP19, Bison, or Bullfrog when the only right name to call this gun is the Super Soaker? Like, what the frick are y'all doing, messing up the name? Alright, obviously that's not a valid reason and it's all a joke, but it would be pretty funny when a new COD game comes out and they call the PP19 or Bullfrog the Super Soaker. The Bullfrog is pretty much the same story as the XM4, that it shoots the second fastest at 754 rounds per minute in the SMG class, and it kills in 3 bullets up close, but the damage range kinda hinders this weapon. Now both of these guns you could have ranked at number 1 on the list for you, but this is just my opinion and I don't have enough time with the Bullfrog to tell you how good it actually is. On paper it's really good, especially with the amazing attachments you can equip on it. At number 4 we have the Krig 6. This gun is a straight up laser. I think this is one of the few guns where if you don't have any attachments at all and you're using it for the first time, it just feels so easy to use. The main reason is because its ridiculous amount of bullet velocity in base form and that super low recoil. The Krig 6 is like the ACR of Black Ops Cold War. It doesn't kill the fastest, but who cares how fast you can kill if you can't hit your shots? The low recoil is really this gun's bread and butter. Stick to that medium to long range in gunfights and this gun will reward you. You will definitely be getting outgunned up close, so choose a different weapon for those scenarios. If you like this gun, it's just hard to use in all situations since most of the maps, especially in 6v6, are small and catered to SMGs. Next, at our number 3 spot is the motherfucking MP5 and the sleeper pick, the Milano 821. Y'all thought the MP5 wasn't going to make this list since it got nerfed? Psych! The MP5 is still here, baby. Seriously, even though the nerf hit this gun, it is still a beast. It has the highest fire rate in the SMG class at 857 rounds per minute. It did get a 30% damage range reduction, but there are attachments to increase that damage range up back again. So this gun is staying near the top tier, boys. They also changed the recoil a bit, but it's still easy to control. You are probably cheering like, yes, they nerfed the MP5. Bye bye. Yet you still see it everywhere in your games. The next weapon is probably the gun that has been slept on the most. Now, this gun was the holy grail in the beta, which is the Milano. And I'm not talking about the cookies from Pepperidge Farms, but don't sleep on those cookies either because they're really good too. The Milano is the slowest firing SMG but it also does the highest damage per bullet in the class. It has a low controllable recoil. The attachments are great. After you get all the attachments for this gun is when you will see the full potential of the Milano. And this gun is just a beast. All of the SMGs for the most part are freaking beasts, so don't sleep on any of them. This gun reminds me of the Uzi in Modern Warfare, especially with the 32 AE rounds. In second place, we have the big brother and little brother, the AK-47 and the AK-74U. Now, this is just my opinion. Right now, I think the AK-47 is easily the best assault rifle in the game. It is unlocked early on too, which is a plus. The gun has a slow fire rate at 600 rounds per minute, but it hits like a truck, killing in 3 shots up close. The gun has low and easy to control recoil compared to when Infinity Ward decides to make an AK-47. They make that thing kick like a horse. But Treyarch, for some reason, they love the AK-47. They always make the gun pretty good. Also, this gun just has great attachments, and you will see how powerful the AK-47 is at all ranges. I will still recommend you don't use this up close, since SMGs are built for that close range, and in Black Ops Cold War, they have the advantage. But if you want to use the little brother, who's smaller but shoots a little bit faster, then use what I think is the best SMG overall, which is the AK-74U. Now, in the super close ranges, the AK-74U will still lose out to the MP5, but as an overall weapon, when you're trying to kill people at distance, there is no comparison. The AK-74U is the most versatile SMG in the game. It's just a good solid gun. The recoil can be a little tricky to handle, but if you put the time and right attachments on this baby, you will reap the rewards of this beast. And at that number 1 slot, drum roll please, you guys guessed it, it's the motherfucking MP5 again. Woo! Alright, seriously though, it's no surprise. Even with the nerfs, it's the AUG and M16. These guns are basically the same, so I'm just going to get right into it. The only difference is one is better at close range and the other one is better at long range. The AUG has a faster fire rate and burst delay than the M16, so it's better at close range, while the M16 has an easier and better recoil pattern, giving it the ability to laser people from far away. Also, the AUG automatically gets a free scope attachment, while the M16 does not, so if you like that higher magnification or scopes, use the AUG. It's still pretty good at long range. These guns are probably the most OP weapons in the game, even with the nerfs. If you're a scrub, use these guns and you will get free kills and piss people off, especially if you one burst them. That is pretty much the list on what I think are the best guns so far. Again, this list is just my opinion and it's subjective, so tell me what your top 5 is so far. Is it just all MP5s, or do you think the AK is better than the M16? Comment below, I would like to see your opinion. If you have stuck around this far, I will be giving you my class setup or loadout for each gun as a reward for hanging out this long and dealing with my BS. So for the XM4, my class loadout is the suppressor in the muzzle slot. For the barrel, the 13.5 reinforced heavy, 50 round fast mag, airborne elastic wrap, and the Raider pad stock. For our non-stealthy option, I will take off the suppressor and replace it with a compensator or a optic sight. For the super soaker, I use the suppressor, 6.7 reinforced barrel, 85 round mag, GRU elastic wrap, and the KGB skeletal stock. If I don't use the suppressor, I will replace it with the Spetsnaz grip. For the Krig 6, I use the suppressor, 19.7 takedown barrel, 50 round fast mag, airborne elastic wrap, and the Raider stock. If I am not using a suppressor, I will switch it with a optic sight, and I will also change the barrel to the 19.7 Ranger barrel, which improves bullet velocity. For the MP5, I use the suppressor, 9.5 reinforced heavy barrel. I don't know what happened to the 50 round fast mags, but it's missing at the moment. There are 2 40 round fast/speed mags, but if it returns, I would rock the 50 round fast mag, airborne elastic wrap, and the Raider stock. And for the Milano, I use the suppressor, 10.1 reinforced heavy barrel, 55 round fast mag, airborne elastic wrap, and the Raider stock. For the AK-47, I used the 18.2 VDV reinforced barrel, 50 round fast mag, GRU elastic wrap, and the KGB skeletal stock. And for the AK-74U, I used the suppressor, 9.3 VDV reinforced barrel, 50 round fast mag, GRU or GRU elastic wrap, and the KGB skeletal stock. Finally, for the M16, I use a optic sight like the Cobra Red Dot, 20.5 task force barrel, 54 round fast mag, airborne elastic wrap, and the Raider pad stock. And for the AUG, I used the silencer, 19.8 task force barrel, 54 round fast mag, airborne elastic wrap, and the Raider stock. That is the end of the video. I hope this was helpful to you, the viewer. I don't want you to like or subscribe. I just want you to use a combat knife if you ever see Horizon or me in your lobby and start teabagging. Other than that, namaste my friend, and I will see you next time.